Hey, this is Mark at the Practical Still. We're going back to the bottle on the spring 2021 release of the old Fitzgerald bottled in bond decanter. I had waited forever and ever to get one of these. Of course, typically refusing to pay more than retail. Got as part of a local store, loyalty, you know the story. Got a chance, bought it for 75 or 80 bucks. First opened it and loved it. I'm a big fan of wheated bourbon. This is certainly the clearest, maybe the clearest line. There's two lines back to Pappy Van Winkle. One is the old Fitzgerald whiskey that he sold, and one is what his grandson started with, Pappy Van Winkle. But I never had one of these decanters. First opened it, loved it. I gotta say, the next few visits were kind of mediocre. I wasn't super impressed. And I opened it today as we were doing Friday Sips Live and talking about hard to get unicorn bottles, allocated bottles. I don't collect them, I don't chase them, but over the years I've picked a couple up that have just grown in value. This guy sells for $300 or $400 or $500. You know, should I have opened it? Should I have sold it and bought a bunch of other stuff? I never sold a bottle in the secondary, but when I opened it today, my goodness, it was tasty. That nose is just delicious. It's just fat and round and sweet. Mouth feels delicious. I do like wheated bourbon. If you get a chance at that, and this is the youngest one. I would much rather have had one a little bit older. I'm not maybe the 16's probably a little old, but there's been a few that are a little bit older than this. Wouldn't mind trying those, but wasn't going to pass a chance up. Super happy. I wish I had gotten happy with it before I drank a lot of it, but I've got less than half left. It's really good. Is it better than, the other branch, the Wellers? So I don't know. I think I'd put it in good company with an OWA, the Old Weller Antique 107. I think it's good. It's certainly way better than a Special Reserve. I probably enjoyed this more than a Weller 12, but it's somewhere in that range. And given the price versus what those sell for, I think that's in a fair range. And if I had another chance at one of these at whatever retail is, 70 or 80 bucks, I probably would not pass on that. Have you had these decanter bottles? I have found that they're really difficult to get the cork in and out, and I can't imagine that's going to last too long. Of course, it doesn't have to last much longer, but this is one of those bottles I'll keep around decoratively or put water in them during whiskey nights. But I'd love to know what you think. Have you had them? Are they good? Would you just soon have a bottle of Special Reserve if you want a wheated bourbon, or at least in this line, maybe you just want a bottle of Larceny? It'd be just as good. Hard to say. I like these. I like Larceny. I like wheated bourbon. I like whiskey. Let me know what you think in the comments. Cheers.